Ever wondered why the government's promises are like ordering a pizza? Let's play with this idea for a while. Picture this. You're scrolling through a pizza delivery app, your mouth watering at the sight of those perfectly round, cheese-loaded, topping-filled pizzas. You place your order, eagerly awaiting the arrival of this doughy delight. But when it arrives, it looks nothing like the image on the app. The cheese isn't as gooey, the toppings aren't as plentiful, and the crust isn't as golden. Now, doesn't that sound a lot like our government's promises? They serve us a menu of grand plans and promises, each one more delicious sounding than the last. We vote, our hearts filled with hope, our minds dreaming of the feast to come. But when the order arrives, it's often undercooked, missing ingredients, or not what we ordered at all. So the next time you order a pizza, remember, you might just be getting a taste of our government's promises. Have you ever seen a magic show? Well, you might be living in one. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about the kind of magic show where rabbits are pulled out of hats. No, I'm talking about the kind where promises are pulled out of thin air. Welcome to the grand spectacle of government performance, where the main act is often the disappearing act. The stage is set, the lights are bright, and the audience, well, they're in for a treat. Let's take a look at some of the greatest tricks we've seen. Remember the promise of doubling farmer incomes by 2022? Well, it's 2024, and I'm still looking for that rabbit. Or should I say, the doubled income. Ah, the beauty of a magic show. Things just vanish into thin air. And let's not forget the Clean Ganga initiative. The magician waved his wand, made a grand announcement, and voila, the river was to be as clean as a whistle. But alas, we're still waiting for the grand reveal. Then there was the promise of generating 200 million jobs. A brilliant trick, really. The magician pulled out the promise from his hat. The audience gasped in awe, but when they looked back into the hat, the jobs were nowhere to be found. And oh, the most impressive trick of all, the promise of Ahdin, or good days. The magician promised a future filled with prosperity and happiness. But just like a true magic show, the Ahdin disappeared into a puff of smoke, leaving the audience in a state of wonder and bewilderment. The magic show of government performance is indeed a spectacle to behold. The tricks are grand, the illusions are mesmerizing, and the magician is truly skilled. He keeps the audience entertained, keeps them hoping, keeps them believing. And just like that, poof, another policy disappears. Now that's some impressive magic. In the end, politics can be a lot like a comedy show. It's a realm where irony and satire often collide head-on with reality. Take, for instance, the current government's performance. It's like watching a slapstick comedy where the joke is on us. We've seen promises made with the certainty of a stand-up comedian delivering a punchline, only to watch them fizzle out like a poorly timed joke. Remember the good days we were promised? Feels like we're still waiting for the punchline, doesn't it? Then there's the grand spectacle of policy implementation, akin to a comic skit that leaves us wondering, is this for real? The audacity of some decisions would even make a jester blush. So next time you're feeling down about politics, just remember, it's all just one big comedy show. And hey, at least we're getting some good laughs out of it.